So we're gonna start off with a real-life boogeyman, Cropsy. So this tale originated in Staten Island, and kids believed that there was a boogeyman named Cropsy that would live in the woods and attack and disembowel kids. Other versions would say that he's an axe murderer, but no matter what version you hear, you just know that he was coming after kids. And it was a whole urban legend that people just thought that parents were using to get their kids to come home on time or to keep them out of the forest, and don't wander off alone. That was until they realized that Cropsy was indeed real. In 1987, it was discovered that Andre Rand was Cropsy. He would target and kill a bunch of kids, and he was responsible for a bunch of disappearances and deaths in the 1970s. He said that this story of Cropsy heavily influenced him, so he basically became him. In fact, he even liked to live in the woods and then spy on the kids that he was targeting. So this urban legend literally came to life with him. Next up, we have the ghost of Malls. Not a mall, like Malls, Switzerland. So basically, it's believed that there is a ghost that stalks the Malls forest, and they wear camouflage and a gas mask. Some people even claim to see this figure, but it just remained as an urban legend until 2013. In 2013, a photo surfaced of what appears to be this ghost man thing. So people were like, okay, this urban legend kind of came to life. It's been real all along. Then a few months later, his gas mask and coat were found in the forest. Alongside that was a note that said that he was wandering the forest wanting solitude. And then the note kind of suggested that he took his own life. To this day, no one knows who this man was, why they were living in the forest, and why they were walking around dressed like that with a gas mask on. And no one knows where they disappeared to. Did he take his own life? Did he move to another forest? Who knows? But it's hella creepy. Next up, we have Slenderman. Now, I had a bunch of people commenting being like, do a video on Slenderman, please, Slenderman. So here's Mr. Slendy. Now, a lot of people are like, okay, obviously Slenderman is not real. Well, even if that's the case, he influenced a bunch of gruesome murders. So, we all know Slenderman, okay? Tall man, wears a suit perfectly tailored to his long, slim body. Where does he shop? Who knows? No face. Well, anyways, looks like he has pantyhose covering his face. Sometimes he's got these tentacle arms. Whatever, you know Slenderman. Now, he is said to prey on little children, getting them to do dark deeds for him, or he'll just kidnap and murder them. Now, Slenderman was just a legend created by Eric Knudsen, but in 2014, 2 teen girls were charged for stabbing one of their classmates, claiming that Slenderman told them to do it. Now, the victim did survive, thankfully, but what happened was they took this girl and they were walking through the forest saying that they were bringing her to Slenderman's mansion. They said that the mansion was located in Wisconsin's Nicollet National Forest. They said that after they sacrificed this girl, then they would be allowed to go to Slenderman's mansion. It's crazy. Were they actually seeing someone in the forest and this person was claiming to be Slenderman and telling the girls what to do? How did they come up with this story and ended up trying to kill the classmate who they stabbed multiple times? Pretty creepy. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to my channel. The Urban Legend Queen is back again. Today we are looking at some urban legends that came to life. Dun dun dun! If you're excited for today's video, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and you know the drill. Comment something down below because I read every single one of my comments. Yes, every single one. Do I reply? It depends on the comment. If it's creepy, nah. Anyways, with all that being said, let's continue on with the video. Here we go! Next up, we are talking about the Bunny Man. Now, this legend dates back to Virginia in the late 1970s. Basically, the legend states that there was a patient that escaped a mental asylum and then would gut bunnies and hang them from a bridge's underpass. The same patient was then said to move on from killing bunnies to humans. Well, came to life, my friends. In October of 1970, people reported seeing a bunny man around town. He was dressed in a white suit and bunny ears and would go around with his hatchet chasing people, even threw it at people, and yeah, would gut and kill bunnies. Another encounter was with a security guard. He saw this man with a hatchet hacking away at a porch railing. When he confronted him, he ran away. Now, no one's been able to catch this man, which is a little terrifying. There's also no evidence that this man has murdered anyone, but I mean, he's got a hatchet and he's been chasing people with it, so I don't know. Maybe this is the Easter Bunny and he grew up and he giving away chocolate all the time just destroyed him and now he's a freaking serial killer. Who knows? But it's really creepy, and he's still out there somewhere, if he's still alive. Next on this list, we have the Black-Eyed Children. And now you guys have probably heard about this urban legend before, but I'm gonna share some real-life encounters with these children. So the Black-Eyed Children are children whose eyes are black, like duh, but they're completely black and they're not real children. They're like demons in the form of children. They tend to target adults that are alone and they'll ask for favors like, can I have a ride home, or can I come in and use your phone to call my mom? But as soon as you let them in, you're dead. They're killing you. Now, there are so many stories online of people claiming to have encountered these children with completely black eyes. The Black-Eyed Children, not black-eyed peas. So there was this one encounter with this woman who was in her car waiting for her mom who was like getting groceries or something like that. As she's in this car, there's a knock and there's children outside and they're saying, hey, sorry, can we get a ride home? First of all, she was creeped out because the children, they were just giving off this bad vibe. Like she knew automatically something was wrong. And one of the children had their faces down. When they looked up, she saw that the eyes were all black, freaked the fuck out, and was like, oh hell no, you ain't getting a ride home. Oh hell no. Another one was this woman pulled into her driveway late at night and she saw 3 kids down the street. And she didn't really think anything of it, like whatever, they're out playing. She brought in the groceries into her house, she went back to the car, and then suddenly these kids were like on the bottom of the driveway, talking to her like, hey, can we come in and use your phone? Immediately, she ran into the house and locked the door because she knew something was off. And here's actual video footage of someone encountering the Black-Eyed Children. It was a motorcyclist, and just see for yourself how it appears and disappears. It's really creepy. Next on our list, we have the hotel room corpse. Now, there's so many urban legends of people staying at a hotel room and then, I don't know, they open the closet and there's a dead body, or they're like, something smells weird, and they look under the bed and there's a dead body, right? Just an urban legend. Wrong. It's actually happened before. This literally happened in 1999. A couple was vacationing in Atlantic City when they discovered that they were sleeping on a mattress that contained a body. And then in 2010, a couple in Memphis found the body of the missing person, Sonny Millbrook, under their bed. They also found fabric softener sheets shoved into the ceiling tiles above their bed to try and mask the smell. But imagine that. It's weird enough sleeping on a mattress that thousands of others have slept on, but one that a dead body is literally underneath the mattress or underneath the bed. Traumatizing, never staying at a hotel ever again. I can't imagine what was going through their head when they discovered that. Next up, we have everyone's favorite urban legend, I feel, which is the skinwalker. Now, I don't even want to call it an urban legend because it's believed to be true in various cultures. So, a skinwalker is said to be a witch or a demon that can turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal. They have their origins in Navajo culture. And this culture has horrific stories of what these demons would do to their victims. So they can turn themselves into coyotes, wolves, foxes, eagles, owls, or crows. Some people even believe that skinwalkers have the ability to steal a face of a person and kind of pretend to be that person. If you lock eyes with a skinwalker, it's said that they can absorb themselves into your body, or your body will freeze with fear, which will then allow them to channel that fear to grow and be more powerful and gain energy. With that being said, there have been a lot of stories of people encountering skinwalkers in real life. So one story is from this guy who wants to remain anonymous, but when he was in the 7th grade, he was out camping with his friends in northern Wisconsin. In the middle of the night, they heard a bunch of rustling coming from the campsite, and so he ran out with his hunting knife and flashlight ready to scare off or catch whatever was making this noise. But to his surprise, it was just a coyote. It ran off frightened, but this guy was just like, nah, I'm gonna chase it. Don't ask me why, okay? Don't chase a coyote. He then followed it to an old shed in the forest. He took his flashlight and looked in, and that's when he saw a man wearing tribal furs. So he thinks that this man was once the coyote.
Coyote. Yeah.
He's a skinwalker. He literally could have died on the spot. And there's been scarier stories around like Skinwalker Ranch of people driving by and having this thing chase them and want to kill them. But yeah, isn't that fun? Isn't that great? In our second last spot today, we have the discarded body. Now, there are multiple versions to this urban legend, but basically it's like someone getting rid of a body in something, like in an object, like a rug, and then seeing it at the side of the road and being like, oh, that's a cute rug, let's take it home. But then when they take it home, they unravel it, there's a body in the rug. And this actually happened. In 1984, 3 Columbia University students picked up a carpet off the streets of Manhattan and they brought it home to their apartment. They're like, you know, free rug, why not? We're university students, we're broke, we need this. Then they unrolled it and found that a man had been rolled up in it. It also happened in 2013 in Georgia when a body was found rolled up in a gym mat. So what do we learn here, folks? Don't take things off the side of the road. It's too good to be true. Oh, that was not second to last one, I lied. Next up, we're talking about the Red Room. Now, this is a famous Japanese urban legend. The legend started in the 1990s, and it's basically about a cursed pop-up that appears on a person's computer screen. It's an image of a door with a recorded voice that asks, do you like the Red Room? And it will continue to pop up on your screen. Even if you try to close it, this pop-up will keep popping up and keep asking you about this red room. But those who have been on this page or have found this pop-up have been later found dead, and the walls of their room painted red with their own blood, aka a red room. Now, in 2004, an 11-year-old girl murdered her own classmate. It said that the young girl was a fan of this red room, and she had links to the red room bookmark on her computer, so she frequently visited. It said that this red room somehow influenced her into committing this murder. And last but not least, we have Charlie No Face. Now, this is actually a very sad legend, and you'll find out why. So this legend has its roots in Pennsylvania, and it's of this creature known as Charlie No Face, and if you walk the streets at night, you'll be able to see this man with no face. He's also referred to as the Green Man or the Monster of Beaver County. Now, it's sad because Charlie No Face is a real person. His name was Raymond Robinson, and when he was a child, he was badly injured by an electrical accident, and so it caused his face to appear disfigured. As a result, he was scared of going out during the day because he was scared of frightening people. So the only time that he would get out was during the night, and he would go on walks. He was completely harmless, but because of his appearance and the accident, he was labeled a monster, which is very sad, and people would obviously see him and get scared and be like, oh my god, there's a monster roaming the streets, but it's this poor man that just had a terrible accident. That's all for today's video. Again, if you want to see more urban legend videos, then let me know in the comments below. I will gladly get that to you. That being said, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, obviously comment something down below. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan. Stick around for some bloopers, and I'll see you when I see ya. Bye. Oh. Urban Legend Queen is back, part 2. Is it Cropsey or is it Cropsy? Cropsy. Oh no, it's Cropsey. So the black-eyed children are, the black-eyed children, it was a motorcyclist. So around, okay, so